leave him. I didn't want this to be the reality. I didn't want to have the man I was in love with wrong, and I knew that I had to leave him.
Hey guys, it's Luna here with a new video, and today we're not going to talk about music. I really don't know why I'm making this video, and I'm pretty sure the video is going to be really short too, but anyway. When I started making videos, I thought that I was only going to talk about music, music reviews, album rankings and stuff like that, but the thing is that I have a lot of fun doing these videos. So even though no one watches them, I still feel kind of comfortable, talking to the camera. So because of this, because I feel comfortable talking to the camera, I just woke up this morning, I opened up TikTok. I love TikTok, I think it's the perfect app. The algorithm knows me so well, and people get angry, like the FBI and Google spy you through your microphone and knows what you're saying and who you're with and what you want. So they know everything, they're spying on us. We must stop this. No, don't stop it. I am completely fine with it. Because if I'm talking about something, with a friend or something like that, I'm talking about, dogs being funny. We're talking about how funny dogs are. I go into TikTok and I see clips of dogs doing funny stuff. But even though TikTok is mostly funny stuff, TikTok is usually just a bunch of memes and people dancing. Sometimes TikTok works as a platform for internet controversies. For example, when Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, it was everywhere on TikTok, audios of Chris Rock being mean to Jada. Well, not actually. I believe that it was a conversation that Will Smith and Chris Rock were having, and it turns out that the conversation was fake. People remembering when Jada cheated on Will Smith, and they literally had a conversation about it and made it public. That whole bizarre thing, and everyone was siding Will and saying that Jada was a piece of shit and the whole bad marriage forever. I just fucking... And now the thing that is in everyone's mouth, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. At the beginning of this whole thing, I was having fun. I love when fucking psychopaths get what they deserve, finally be exposed to the people. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Amber is just showing to the world how much of a fucking psychopath she is. First of all, by crying without actual tears. I know she's an actress, but at least you should try to get some tears there when you're about to cry.
And I knew that I had to leave him. And that's what broke my heart. I didn't believe him.
And also, the most stupid thing ever she could have ever done is posing for the camera when she was supposedly crying and having it with a lot of stress on her mind. She's just posing like, okay, make sure you get the good side of me while I'm crying. But even though it was kind of fun at the beginning, I think we're losing the point here. This whole thing became so popular not only because it was Johnny Depp we're talking about and Amber Heard, she's quite famous too. It was also quite popular because this is one of the first times where a male had the same chances of winning as the woman in this case, Usually, with domestic violence cases, the woman gets the upper hand and everyone knows that. It doesn't matter the country you're in. You can be in South America, you can be in Europe, you can be in America. Women have the upper hand in this type of trials. The reason is obvious, men are usually way stronger physically than women, so it's natural to think that if it wasn't equal, if both of them were being violent, the woman was more affected by it. But now it's more than obvious that this is just not a fair judgment and that women can be equally abusive and even more abusive because they have the upper hand legally. So this was a huge victory for justice because everyone was seeing that yes, women can be as abusive as men. But fellas, somewhere along the line in this past 2 weeks, something changed. People stopped treating this thing as a victory for justice and started to make a meme out of it. And it's hilarious. I love the memes. But the thing is that this often brings a narrative that a lot of people are putting through that Johnny Depp is an angel and he wasn't abusive at all towards Amber. I am pretty sure that having Amber as your partner would have been hell for any man in the world. But we must also take consideration in the fact that Johnny is not an angel. Many people are putting him as the example of a respectful man and it's just the best thing ever, when he himself has admitted that he had a lot of problems with drugs, alcohol, and he didn't have the best temper, let's say. The world right now is divided between the cancel culture, everyone if you offend anyone, it doesn't matter who we're talking about, you're getting canceled, you deserve to get canceled, and even if you said the thing 30 years ago, you should still take responsibility for that action that happened when the person who's complaining wasn't even born. You should take responsibility for that action today. And then we have the people who are not having it, people like me, people who believe that everyone should be entitled to their own opinion, even if that opinion is offensive to a majority of people. The reason why I stick with this part a little bit more, it's basically because I feel like it's the most intelligent one. But with this whole situation, I think that we're losing the point here. The point is that this is one of the first times where men were judged equally in a case of domestic violence. But I get the feeling that, we're pushing it a little bit too much by denying the fact that Johnny was abusive at all. I believe he was kind of abusive to Amber. Obviously, it does not compare to what Amber did to him, but we must not put this narrative out there that he did nothing wrong, because I believe he did. Amber, for example, offered quite some evidence about Johnny being sometimes really abusive to her as well. But that evidence is often ignored by the people who just want to see the evidence against Amber, not in favor, and I think that that's dangerous. Regardless, the evidence doesn't add up to all the evidence Johnny has against Amber. I believe that he must win this trial, because if not, I believe that it's just reason enough to go out into the street and rant about it for 2 weeks straight up, because that would be just fucking unfair. But I don't know, I felt so good bullying Amber and shitting on her every time I could, because I believe that she deserves it.
And that other thing was awful thing that would come out, and couldn't see the Johnny I loved underneath it. It was this other thing.
But now that people are painting Johnny as this saint, makes me not want to be in this fuck Amber Heard group, because it will make me look dumb in the eyes of a person who actually analyzes the case. Because yes, I believe that he should win this trial, and Amber shouldn't pay only 50 million. She should pay like 150 million for all she has done. But I also think that we must look at Johnny and say, bro, you need to do better too. The same thing with Will and Jada. Jada, it's a bitch. The woman is fucking nuts.
Let's talk about the wedding. I was like, I never wanted to be married. I don't want to have a wedding, and now I'm being forced to have a wedding.
How are you going to be happy at the fact that your husband smacked the shit out of someone who was your friend? The husband that stood up the fact that you admitted that you cheated on him and showed it to everyone, and not only that, but admitted that the person who you cheated on him with was better in bed, and then after he slaps the shit out of someone who made a stupid joke. I understand the joke was a bit out of place, but not enough for you to go off, because up to that point you were completely fine with all the jokes that Chris was saying about the other people in the room. So after he does that, and after a few days go by, when people were starting to forget about this whole situation, you said, I didn't need it to be defended by anyone. I didn't need a man to go out and defend me. What a bitch. Chris Rock's joke was a bit out of place. She has all the right in the world to be mad, because he made a joke about a disease she has, and she's obviously insecure about it, and you did it on live TV, everyone watched it, okay, the joke was out of place. Let's say it was. We say that Will Smith is a fucking psychopath because he laughed at the joke, but as soon as she saw that she wasn't happy with it and didn't even cross a few words, he got up and he smacked the shit out of him instead of waiting for, a break or something. We say that it was completely unnecessary for you to tell the world that you slept with your son's best friend in front of everyone with Will Smith in the room, and then instead of saying, yeah, I fucked up, I had sex with the guy, you say, we were having a bad moment at the time. The problem is when you say that, it's not Will Smith's fault, he was just a victim of the situation, and he's a victim of abuse caused by Jada. People don't know that when they make these audios of Will Smith saying,
Keep fucking my wife's mouth.
I'm going to, okay?
it's pretty funny, you know, but if you're saying that Will is the victim, why the fuck would you do that? Why don't you show support for Will instead of making a bunch of memes about him when he was obviously a victim of depression? And victim of the pressure of the moment. I don't think he's been a victim of abuse because the man has been with that woman for as long as I can remember, and he's a grown-up man, and I think that he has every reason to walk out of that relationship. So if he doesn't, that is his problem. I don't think that a man who doesn't walk out of a relationship is a victim. I think he's an idiot. I don't know, I just fucking hate the situations because I think we can all agree that this bullshit of cancel culture is the cancer of the internet, you know, it's the cancer of social media. So we, the ones who stand by it and say, no, we do not want this shit. Internet should be free for everyone to express their opinions as offensive as they may be. These idiots come to side with you and then just justify everything. Yeah, I mean, technically Johnny pushed Amber in the guts and you know, smacked her in the face. I'm not saying he did though, this is only an example. But you know, shit did worse, so Johnny is completely innocent. So yeah, that's it. In this type of situations, my man, in the internet, use your head. Use your head and see the logical point of view of things. And if you were wrong, don't be afraid of saying you were wrong. I'm gonna keep laughing at Amber, I'm gonna keep bullying her as much as I can, but if someone says Johnny is innocent completely, I'm gonna say nah. He did some things too, not as many as Amber, and he should win the trial, but fuck that, he's not innocent. And if someone says Will Smith is a victim, he must not take blame for his actions, I'm gonna say no, he's a grown man and he should have the balls to stand out to his woman and say, nah, you were offended, you go do something.
It's embarrassing. You know, it's hard to... naked.
So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. This was just a little chat between whoever's watching this and me. You know, if you watched this video and you enjoyed it and you stayed the whole video just to hear me talk, then know that I love you and I hope that you enjoyed it. So yeah, let me know if you want me to make more videos like this. I don't think I will, because I don't really have that many things to talk about. This is just something that really annoys me. I hate that everything in social media is either black or white. There's no middle ground anywhere, you know, it's always side A against side B. There's no gray color, there's no in between. So yeah, I hope I can see you guys with a new video soon, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bye.